into us, burning at both ends. For your love, let me fall again into love.
What is up, my Aquarius? It's your girl, Goddess of Stars Tarot. It's your celestial baddie, and she is back with another one. Yeah, we gonna get all the way in. So we got some messages and some vibes for you this week. What's coming in towards you? This is gonna be good from Sunday to Saturday of the upcoming week. So we're going to dive into the energy that is surrounding you and what you need to know. And for some of you, if this message finds you and when it finds you, the message is still for you. All right. Keep in mind, it may not resonate with each and every one of you. So take what does and leave the rest. All right. I hope my stars are doing amazing. I appreciate you guys. And big shout outs to Keita. Big shout outs to JC. Big shout outs to MB, I believe. Appreciate you all for being here, and yeah, shedding love and light. I appreciate you guys. So I had some messages for you guys that I wrote down. So I had a predetermined reading for money, and this reading overall, guys, is for what to look forward to, what's coming towards you, predictions, the whole nine caboodle. Okay, we gonna tap into this clairvoyant energy. All right, so this is for who it's meant to receive. You gonna get your whole life today. All right. So I did a pre-reading for money and career. So Six of Pentacles came out, Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So I do feel like you're going to be receiving some type of financial support or some type of gift in the form of financial support in some way, shape, or form, or just income that's coming in. It could be unexpected or something that you are anticipating coming in. I do feel like a new financial opportunity for some of you is going to arise this week, and that could be anything from a new job opportunity to perhaps a side hustle, or maybe even just something simple like an investment idea. The Four of Swords was representing more so of, don't get burnt out. All right, so rest is needed. Take your time. I feel like don't be, fearful, but be cautious in the steps that you take towards opportunities. But keep in mind, an opportunity is called an opportunity for a reason, right? So reevaluate the opportunities that is coming in towards you. And some signs to look out for. You want to look out for some small, unexpected change, maybe in small spaces, unfamiliar places or unexpected places. It could be a car, it could be in your pockets, maybe even at a doorstep, maybe even coming out the gas station. You may see a penny or a nickel or a dollar or any form of monetary value of any sort. So look out for that. For some of you, it may be something that you may see as something as simple as a feather. So look out for that sign. This could signal divine support, in financial. So maybe your spirit guides bringing you that message with a message of a feather, through a message of a feather. For some of you here, you may be hearing some type of song. Maybe it might be like at this odd timing. You know what I mean? Like, why is this song even playing? And for you, you're gonna know, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna be like, why is this even playing? That's the energy or the vibe that I was feeling. So it's gonna be some type of song about success or money or things going in your favor. So that is what I got for you upcoming in money and finance. Now for love predictions for you guys, I had the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like there's going to be some type of strong connection or a choice in love in some way, shape, or form. You may receive some type of romantic message or invitation. Someone from your past may return, or you may be hesitant to move on from someone, or someone may be hesitant to move on from you, is the energy, because the Eight of Cups did come out, but it was in the reverse. All right, so I do feel like the romantic energy is very, very high this week for someone particularly. It could be a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So there's some type of strong emotional depth to this connection for you. Some signs that you may see is a white bird, so it could be a dove, an egret, or a seagull. which could be a sign of like peace or new beginnings. You may see a specific name like popping up repeatedly. It could be at your on the phone, maybe scrolling on TikTok. It could be through a movie scene. It could be online somewhere, maybe even listening to some type of song, but you're hearing this specific name that's popping up, or even the initials of this name. So keep that in mind. For some of you, it's going to be at night. So you're going to receive a call or a late text at night. This may trigger something emotional in you, or maybe a realization of some sort for some type of reconnection. And this may be happening for the other person involved too. So keep that in mind. But overall, I feel like the universe is speaking this week, hunty. All right, the synchronicities or nocitying. Okay. But we're going to get into this read and see what other energies and predictions we have for you. So let's see. Y'all like my coffee cup? It's giving. All right, let's see. What's the energy here for my Aquarius this week? All right, so we have no place like home. Feeling like you belong, right? So let's get the rest of the messages and we'll get into it. We'll get into it. What other message you have for Aquarius? All right, so it's telling me to pull this card. All right, so let's see what else comes through for you guys. Let's use this deck. What's the message here for Aquarius this week? What's the message here for Aquarius this week? What's the message here for Aquarius this week? Give me 2 cards from this deck. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We got solitude is one. All right, give me another one. What's the message for Aquarius this week? Thank y'all. And we have magic, honey. Ooh, okay. Bottom of the deck was silence. I don't know if that could be significant, but we're going to get into it. All right, so to start us off with our oracle cards. So I do feel like this week is feeling like you belong, right? Feeling at home, or for someone here feeling like they need to feel like they belong. I do feel like it's something along the lines of family. This could be involving your children, family of some sort, like it could be your mother, your father, you know, friends, cousins, whatever the case, somebody who's very close to you. I feel like it's about trying to make things right in some way, shape, or form, or doing what's right, something that feels right or feels or makes you feel like you belong in some way, shape, or form is what the energy is. Now, I do feel like this week is about tapping into your magician energy as well. So this could be utilizing all the resources that you have to get what you want. For some of you here, you may be tapping into some type of magic itself. So running spells or whatever the case may be. For some of you here, you may be tapping into your inner energy, the inner godlike energy within you. All right, to tap, because I do see solitude and magic. I don't know if you guys can see those cards, but I do see this energy, which is representing taking time to go within, taking time to, you know, tap into the inner you. And I feel like a lot of that energy is coming, and I'm seeing this fire too. So I feel like this is really and truly tapping into you manifesting what it is that you truly desire out of a situation or out of life. For some of you, this could be something that you've already done, or you're now starting to experience the manifestations that took place for you. So I'm seeing something along the lines of infinite and the number 8. So 8 is significant here, and infinite is significant. Green is also significant as well. That is coming to me, but I do feel like, Aquarius, this is a time for you to unlock new spaces, unlock new doors. If you've been quiet, if you've been, you know, playing it low for a while, I feel like this week you're stepping out of your shell. I feel like this week you're starting to realize like what you've wanted, what you desired, or, you know, the energy that you want to embrace you has always been you, or always been within you. I feel like this week is about realization. All right, is the vibe that I'm getting for you. So let's dive a little bit deeper. You know how we do. Let's see. Actually, I want to use this card. I feel like this deck, I feel like we haven't used this one in a minute, honey. Let's use this one. What is the energy? Let's make sure we pull the cards first before we, all right, there we go. What is the energy here for Aquarius? What is the message you have? Let's see. Let's get some more oracle cards. Yeah, green is very significant. I'm seeing a fox in this image, so it could definitely represent career, right? We have 5, so unexpected news in some way, shape, or form. Someone could be feeling misplaced when it comes to love, and you could feel like home to them is the vibe. This could be someone you have children with for some of you. For some of you here, this is someone here that, you know, there's a potential that you can start a family or build a family with this person. First card is transformation. All right, dive a little bit deeper, honey. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like your prayers are being answered this week. Yeah, see? Boy, look at here. Won't he do it, honey? All right, so we have freedom and we have transformation. I feel like there's some sort of form of like new outlook on life for you. I also feel like something that you've been wanting or praying for or hoping for, I feel like this week your answers are being answered. And keep in mind, this is not everyone's story, but I do feel like if you've been encaged or you've been held back, or for some people this could even mean self-sabotage in some way, or maybe even feeling, you know, I'm seeing 8 of Swords. You know what I mean? Like locking yourself away or holding back from certain things or experiences. I feel like you're going to be getting out there. I feel like you're trusting your intuition and you're going with what feels right. This week is about unlocking barriers for you. This week is about freeing yourself from, you know, boundaries and barriers that you've had, you know, and I feel like sometimes we can become too complacent. Something I heard the other day and I was mind blown, and this is actually something that is really true when it comes to psychology. So the mind is a very strong and powerful asset that we all possess. But sometimes when you have too much solitude, you can literally be reprogramming your brain, your mindset. So at some point, it's going to get to the point where you can build even more anxiety to be around people, or maybe even to be on the phone with people, or, you know, it could make matters worse for you if you have too much solitude. So I do feel like it's all about balance, because then you're going to have to reprogram yourself to reconnect with life. And that's what life is about. Life is about connection, right? You know what I'm saying? It's about connecting with people, places, and things in order to discover things about you within yourself, that transformation. You hear me? Yeah. So let's see what other messages you have. All right, let's dive into this. I'm trying to use a deck that is not mixed up. Let's use this deck here. I feel like I haven't used this one in a while, so we'll get into this one. Hold on 1 second, my Aquarius. All right, here we go. Let's use this deck. Look, didn't I say 8 of Swords? Pick this deck up. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Did I say this week's about freeing yourself? Just pick this deck up, honey. Look at that. Won't he do it? And look at the next side. Cut the deck. You got the Chariot. And that Chariot energy is about making a decision, right? If you felt like you were at some type of crossroads, this is about making a choice and making movement towards something, right? Making decisions towards where you want to go with your life. But overall, it's about movement. So let's see. What is the energy here this week for my Aquarius? What do they need to know? What is the message? I'm loving my new setup, guys. Okay, yes. Let's see, what's the message here for my Aquarius? What is it that my Aquarius needs to know this week? Okay. We have the Judgment. We have the 10 of Swords. Ooh. What else? We have the Queen of Cups. The Star. Give me one more. What else? What's the energy this week? And we got the Queen of Wands. Okay. All right. And what is the bottom of the deck? 7 of Cups. All right. Let's tap into what this message is. So let's start with the 7 of Cups, right? I feel like this week is about using discernment, but I feel like there's a lot of opportunities that is going to present itself for you. And I feel like it's about making the right choice. If you look at the image here on this card, you see this person being offered a lot of cups. There's things that are going to be offered to you this week, but it's about making the right choice. And the right choice, really and truly, is not what others say the right choice is. It's about what the right choice is for you. And I feel like that's what that solitude energy is about, right? Taking the time to, figure out what works for you, Aquarius. Let me go ahead and get a sip of this coffee, honey. Okay, we do have the Judgment card, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Star. Your energy. Yeah, I feel like what's about to transpire for you, Aquarius, is destiny. Something here is fated and in the stars for you. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is in the building with the Queen of Cups, but we also have Queen of Wands, so fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do feel like there's going to be a shift, but a shift in a way of almost like pulling you out of something, right? I feel like this is a strong new beginning for you, and now wanting to align yourself with things that is going to free you or liberate you in some way. And I feel like this is what this is all about. It's almost like your guides are pulling you out of something. You see that? It's like now is a time to make decisions and embrace these decisions that is going to lead to new beginnings. For some of you here, you may be getting some type of final decision on some type of court case. So that could be a divorce, that could be a legal issue, a legal matter that you have, but it's coming to an end. Right? So this case that you have is coming to an end or a close. I feel like you're finally getting the answers that you need. For some of you here, this is about getting news that maybe even someone is getting released or freed from jail or won't be doing jail time or something along those lines. For someone here is the message. I also feel like this week is going to be an emotional state for some of you. I feel like this week is about connecting for some of you with your mom. For some of you, maybe getting a message from your mother specifically. We also have an energy of like getting back to you. So this could mean taking action towards things that is going to make you feel better about yourself. That energy could be something simple like going to the gym. This energy could even mean something simple as, taking time for yourself or starting some type of new endeavor in some way, shape, or form. For some of you here, I feel like when it comes to love, you're looking very vivacious, okay? And I feel like the energy around you is that. Like it's given, like I'm that, I'm all that in a bag of chips, so for my fellas, I'm feeling this for you too. I feel like the energy surrounding you is freeing yourself from toxicity too as well. I feel like for some of you here, you may have been connecting with someone who could be a little toxic, and I feel like you're starting to release yourself from that situation is what it's giving here. All right, and it's about making the right choice when it comes to you, my fellas. I feel like, you may have a lot of options. But I feel like you're starting to feel like you want to free yourself from the toxicity. And whether that toxicity is actually you, I feel like it's about making a choice, right? Making a choice about what works for you. And I feel like you're going to be in a state of solitude for a minute just to figure that out, right? Get connected with self to figure what that looks like for you. And again, some of you here will be starting a gym membership or going to the gym, or you just started a gym membership, is the vibe here too for you as well. All right, so let's go to do I want to use this deck? We'll use this one for advice at the end. But I want to use one more deck before we close out to see what is going on. Let's use this deck. Let's pull one card from this deck. Let's see. Thank you. All right, so we have the Shield. It says you are safe from harm. So this is about emotions being really high in a situation, right? But it's all about trusting you, right? Trusting your intuition, trusting what works for you at the end of the day. So I do feel like your guard is going to be put down this week, as I was saying, right? I feel like for some of you, like I said, there were some boundaries or your guard was up, but this week is about feeling safe, coming out of this cage and breaking free of whatever it is that you feel like you needed to shield yourself from. I feel like this is about you, a new you or a start. There's some type of transformation happening within you, within self is the vibe that I feel. All right, so let's go ahead and close out with your overall advice. Those are the messages I have for you for the upcoming week. Let's see, what's the message here? What's the message here for Aquarius? What is the message? Thank you. We have empathy. It says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So I do feel like you're going to be receptive this week. And I feel like it's about looking at something from all aspects of a situation. I feel like this is a time for you. I'm getting a download. My right ear is ringing. But I do feel like this is a time for you to feel empathy, or you will feel empathy towards a situation, and looking at a situation maybe from a different perspective is what I feel for you. Let's get one card from this deck too to close out with your advice. Or for some of you, it's time to look at a situation with a little bit of empathy. Someone is going to be looking at a situation and seeing your side of things, or you're going to be seeing their side of things, right? For some of you, remember I mentioned like with cord and things of that nature, someone is going to be looking at that situation with some empathy, right? Looking at the situation from both angles. So you will get a judgment in that situation. All right. Oh, I'm being told to pull this card, so we're going to pull it. Yep, bitch fire. Stand up for yourself, honey. All right. So the advice is about standing up for you, right? But doing what's right for you, not taking anyone's bullshit. Okay, they can keep that bullshit to themselves because you're not about that no more. All right, you're letting go of what does not serve you this week, honey. Did you get that? Clock that. Yes. If you would like to book a personal reading with your girl, you can check out my website, goddessofwhispers.com. Love and light. Ciao.